Hello, good evening. When did wearing a mask become a political debate? If you're to the left, you wear a mask. If you're to the right, you take it off. People are questioning about their freedom, their requirement to be part of the solution, their requirement to be sensible and sensitive to life. When and where in the world the human intelligence and the human consciousness fall down to the very bottom, where protecting and taking care of human beings has to become a political debate, a legal debate, a rights debate. Why has it had to become a rule of law? Have we gone too far with our freedom without simply understanding what is it to be a human being? Why have we so relied on politics and other aspects, ignoring the sensible and the most appropriate? We can act individually to be an immense possibility and a solution to an invisible situation that we all found ourselves in. A virus is going to determine who's going to win the election and who's not going to win the election. The virus has put the most powerful leadership on the planet to a position where on a daily basis the news media is having a feast of it. How can a virus, a half a life, a virus can sweep and determine and dictate the way we live? It's only because we as human beings individually did not bow down to what we did not know. Instead, we start politicizing it, philosophizing it. It became a real problem because of the social media and social platforms, because the human brain has been developed in a way that it can only fit into the logical framework of life that we have encouraged since we were children, through education, through grooming, through education, making us limited with our understanding, waiting for solutions from politicians, gods, and money. We have been crippled by three most ludicrous models that is failing the human potential and human dimension to be a fully fledged life. The politics, religion, and money is crippling us, seriously crippling us. It's time for us to be responsible. An individual responsibility will get rid of the virus with time. If you patiently sit here, close your eyes for 14 days, you might even enlighten. You might become an enlightened being. You might become a fully fledged being. You might find a solution to the most crippling situation that we all find ourselves in. And I hope and I wish that human intellect disappears and the human intelligence rise to the surface and we act responsibly. Look after yourself and everyone around you. As a human being, you can consciously address the situation that we are finding ourselves. Wearing a mask is being responsible, at least for this virus playing havoc around the globe. We can all get back to doing what we were doing. We will not have to wear the mask if you really adhere to our hygienic, our conscious distancing, where it's not possible. Conceal your breath. Keep it for yourself and have respect for others and for every life around you. There doesn't have to be a political debate. There doesn't have to be a legal framework for this. Imagine the resources wasted, time and energy. None of us have got time. We are all going in the direction of the grave. If human beings realize the most important aspect is that we are mortal and we are fragile. That fragility is what is causing a tremendous hardship for the entire humanity on the planet. If we really wish to get back to our daily routine, please become responsible and do what is necessary with the guidelines set to people in the know had shared the information what we must all do. Otherwise, our time here on the planet is going to be short-lived for all of us. It is time we can dance free of the virus. If we don't become free from the virus will make sure it will dance all over us and it'll cripple us, it'll ridicule us. Even worse, it'll simply make us feel absolutely useless. A half a life of a virus is determining if you should or should not. If we all did this 6 months ago, every human being on the planet took the responsibility, individual responsibility, to stay in one place and respect each other. Keep distance. The virus would have had no choice. It would have just vanished. Instead, we carried on making politics news. It's the biggest business going on the planet. Making people really suffer, struggle, all those key workers out there. So much hard work. They sacrifice their lives for the others. When things are almost dissipating, people wanted to go out and party and get drunk and do all sorts of things. And those people who never saw their children, their wife, their husband, their mothers, their fathers, compromise their lives for you and me and everyone else. Just think about, reflect the last 3 months. Haven't you come out from the lockdown as an enhanced and a wiser, an enhanced and a more evolved, more conscious human being? What is it so difficult? Why is it so difficult that we cannot adapt our psychological, meaningless psychological drama to the situation we are facing today and adapt and alter, change? Life is all about change, the change that we all need in times of most difficult times. The change is what makes us live or die. Not just for oneself, but for everyone else. The actions we take responsibly determines this life and every other life around, especially with this virus. Please, do your bit. It is a great advance and great advantage for humanity. Thank you.